Must be immensely proud of your boys today, John.
Yeah, definitely. I think the players have given everything in terms of their defensive display, in terms of their discipline and their organisation. Prior to the game, we knew how important that was going to be against a real quality opposition. So to keep a clean sheet, for Jack Walton not to have to be making save after save after save, I think is a great credit to the whole group.
I mean, does it show resilience as well to bounce back from the challenges of last weekend as well?
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, I mentioned that after the game to the players, to be able to go from what we showed against Motherwell in terms of the poor defensive organisation, the poor decision making in the space of 8 days, then to go from that to looking like a really good defensive unit again was brilliant. But look, the Motherwell game, we put it down to a bad day at the office. Every mistake we made, we felt that we got punished for. Today, of course, we would like to offer a bit more in terms of an attacking sense, but as I said, you've got to respect the opposition. They're very, very good at what they do, and we wanted to try and hit them on the counter attack. I thought we maybe got 4 or 5 half decent breakaways, but just weren't able to capitalise on it. But I think if you'd have offered most Dundee United supporters a clean sheet and a point before the game, I think pretty much every one of them would have taken it.
When you saw their team sheet, did you take any heart from that at all? Just some of the key players missing?
No, because I think the strength and depth that Celtic have got, it's quite remarkable in terms of the like-for-like changes that they can make. I know guys in the media and pundits and that will talk about the players that Celtic were missing, and we'll talk about the conditions, and yeah, no doubt those two things possibly played a part, but we're missing players of our own. We had to play in the same conditions as they did today, and I think my players deserve a huge amount of credit for what they put into it.
Until the final whistle blows, Jim, I guess you wouldn't be able to relax when you've got a point in the bag, because there's an expectancy about this Celtic team as well. And the supporters that they'll always score, they'll always create a chance. But
yeah, definitely. I mean, look, they're champions for a reason. That's what teams of good quality do. They keep going right till the final whistle. And I was disappointed to see 6 minutes going up at the end. It felt like an eternity trying to get through that particular period. Obviously, the changes that Brendan is making as well. Real quality players in Palma and Engels and Bernardo and Ida going on in support of Kyogo at the top end. I mean, you've just got to really compliment the players for their concentration levels throughout, because there was a lot of cramp setting in, a lot of fatigue, and they put their bodies on the line. There was a couple of goal-mouth scrambles at the end. We did actually have a couple of half chances ourselves in that second half as well. So we could have possibly nicked a 1-0 win. I'm not saying it would have been justified, but had the break of the ball fallen a little bit kinder to us in and around the Celtic goal, then you just never know. But like I said, I think we'd have taken this before the game.
And Walter's made a crucial save from Kyogo, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Yeah,
Save that point.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, to get a result against Celtic, your big players are going to have to perform, and everybody is going to have to be a minimum of a 7 out of 10. And I think we got that today. But Jack's made 1 or 2 saves. Against Rangers and Ibrox, he's probably made 4 or 5 really good saves. So the fact that he's had as little to do today as what he has is great credit to the players in front of him. I think the only criticism I would have from our play is that we just didn't put enough crosses in the box. I think in conditions like that, you've got to take advantage of it, and you've got to put deliveries in and ask questions of the opposition defenders, and we probably just didn't do that enough today.
We're speaking to Valverde there. He was talking about basically being in his sick bed for the start of the week. I mean, was he the only one out there that was coming back from a sickness bug, or did you have a few boys out there going through the same sort of fatigue and come back?
Yeah, I mean, we're all carrying something at the moment. It's just that time of year. I'm pretty sure it's no different to most teams out there, but Will has trained once this week. Try to wrap him up in cotton wool and make sure he's eating well and staying hydrated. And I knew, once we got to the weekend, I knew he'd be desperate to play. And he's that type of character, and he's come to Scotland, he's come to Dundee United to be involved in games like that. And I think he showed the quality that he's got. But just a really, good performance in terms of that team spirit and that camaraderie that we've got in the group. I think you can see that. It's there for everybody to see. you know, we'll make mistakes at times. We won't get things right sometimes, but there'll never be a lack of commitment or an effort from this group, and that's the biggest compliment that I can give them, is that every time they cross that white line, they give me absolutely everything, and that's all that you can ask for as a manager.
Jim, have you just ruined your son's Christmas?
Well, listen, there was probably far too many people connected to me in the opposition end this afternoon, so I'm glad that my phone is not going to be buzzing with people having a pop at me because they managed to trounce us. So yeah, the pleasing thing for us is that, you know, we can go and enjoy Christmas now, you know, off the back of a really positive result. The supporters were outstanding again today. Great numbers here to get behind the team, and hopefully they can enjoy their Christmas as well. And then we've got a big game on the 26th against St Johnstone, where we certainly can't set up like that. We have to have a bit more of a go and hopefully try and take maximum points.
Just a wee word for your two academy graduates, Jim. Obviously Kai and Miller's selection might have raised a few eyebrows, but did a fabulous job going the other way as well, as having, posing as much threat as they could, I guess, going the other way.
Yeah, they did. They done great, and you know, that was the intention before the game. We knew, you know, Celtic in pretty much every game they've played in have probably averaged about 70% possession of the ball, so you know you're going to be starved of it at times. But then when you do win it in the turnovers, we wanted to have pace to go and counter attack on them, and I thought it worked. It worked well at times, but no, listen, I'm really pleased for everybody involved. You know, it's going to be a real squad effort to get through this next 5 or 6 games because of the lack of recovery time in between. But today was a really valuable point against a team that have, you know, won their previous 8 league games away from home. For us to be the first team to put a stop to that is quite pleasing, and the fact that we've managed to keep a clean sheet, I think, is great credit to the group.